Welcome to another James Games, a series in which I look at games which are either good or bad, as well as some obscure ones. Today we're going to take a look at another mobile gaming phenomenon, Pokemon Go. Now I know what a lot of you will be thinking right now. You'll be thinking, oh, another YouTuber talking about Pokemon Go. Plus some of you subscribers out there will probably be saying stuff like, where's the next Doctor Who video coming from? Do I really need to explain to you what Pokemon Go is? Chances are you already have this game downloaded onto your mobile device. And you don't need an episode of James Games to show you how to play it. For the most part, this game has sold for a reason. There's one audience who grew up with the original 151 Pokemon in the late 90s with the Game Boy and the anime TV series. I guess you could put me into that crowd. Then obviously you've got the newcomers, or being introduced to this for the first time. This is great, although let's be honest, the majority of people who've downloaded this game are nostalgic of the old days, including myself. Now there is a likelihood that I will cover this game again in another episode, because chances are they will make additions in the upcoming months and years. Nintendo and Niantic have really hit the big time here. As I am making this video, all 151 of the original Pokemon are included. For all I know, if you're watching this in the year, say 2070, the game will probably include like 1 million of them, or the whole thing might be dead. That being said, if Donald Trump becomes president, then who knows, we all might be dead by the end of the year anyway. Now, Pokemon is not my strong point, and I hardly know much about it. I remember the trading cards, the cartoons, and shit like that, and I only downloaded this game because my friend did too, and they highly recommended that I do so. If you haven't got this, and you're planning to do so, my advice would be to ignore the 3 starters that you see when you start the game for the first time. Just walk away from them. After a while, you will come across Pikachu. I wish I knew this before I started up with Squirtle. So yeah, aim at the game, go around, find Pokemon, visit Pokestops, which are actual landmarks, which I think is really cool. Of course, you are required to actually have motivation to get out of the house to do this. I will say this, the game is enjoyable, to some extent. Now, you think that hunting for 151 Pokemon, hatching eggs and taking part in battles would have you covered, right? Well, there is one aspect of this game which really sucks. And you know what that is? No matter where I fucking go, Rattatas, Pidgeys, Drowsies, and whatever these worm things are always keep showing up. Fuck that shit, where the fuck's my Charizard? I've been playing this game for about 2 months now, and about 60% of the time, the same Pokemon show up, regardless of where I am. Whether it's in the middle of my hometown, around my house, in the woodland area, by the sea, it's Pidgeys everywhere. Even that incense does fuck all, because it's so rare that I actually get a new Pokemon from that. Whenever I find a new one, either by chance or from evolving eligible Pokemon, it gives me some sort of reason for why I should keep on playing. But come on, Niantic really need to sort the shit out now. Oh, and as for when they say they are nearby on the bottom of the screen, how the fuck do I know which direction to go? Since the recent update which got rid of the steps feature, which was the right move to be honest because they were horseshit, I found it harder to find Pokemon, which I don't have yet. What direction am I supposed to go in? Plus, I no longer see leaves rustling anywhere on my map. I don't know if this applies to anyone, but for me, I have trouble seeing the leaves anymore, and when I'm on my phone and everything like that, I just look like a headless chicken. Now, while I'm at it, I might as well tell you all a story. Once, a few days ago, or weeks ago, whatever it was, I was walking through town, and I got my mobile phone, out because as I was walking through town, doing some of my daily chores, doing some shopping, I got my phone out because one of my friends wanted to get in touch with me, and this was on Facebook Messenger. So there I was, got my phone out, I was typing away, just minding my own business. And you know how sometimes you get these people in the streets and they're just selling all sorts of stuff for whatever reason, and they come out and harass you and all that type of stuff. Well, one of them basically harassed me and presumed that I was on Pokemon Go, when in actual fact I was typing out a message to my friend. A very important message, mind you. So, when you're on your phone, that means that some people are now presuming that you're automatically playing on Pokemon Go. Right.
Well, I'm not going to deny that I play it, but I don't play it excessively like some other people. Jesus Christ, like I said earlier, I'm not a big fan of Pokemon anyway. I know fuck all about the newer generations. What we even on now? Like Generation 6 or something? I don't even know. I couldn't even be arsed looking it up before making this video. I just play this to pass some time now and again, that's all. Now, from this video, you probably think that I'm slagging off Pokemon Go. You probably disliked it already for some reason. But far from it, I highly endorse this, in fact. It's bringing people together and actually getting some people to come out instead of staying in their homes all the time. I've become more of an active guy in the last 2 years anyway, so this was no problem to me whatsoever. The game is bound to get major updates in the future, and I'm sure that they will add future generations of Pokemon and more ways to find a Pokemon as the game goes on. They've got this Ed feature after all anyway, but the 2 kilometer ones, for me, so far, they've been shit, because they contain the shit ones. But the 10 kilometer ones, they're more likely to contain some good ones. It just means that you have to walk for 10 fucking kilometers. When the time is right, I'll probably do another video on this. For now, I say that this is a fun mobile app, and rightly deserves the recognition that it's getting right now. But I'd say right now it is far from perfect. Now, for the first time in James Games, we are going to categorise games into 3 sections, which determine how good they are. We have Gaming Heaven, which contains games such as The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. We have Down to Earth, which contains games such as Slither.io. And then we have Gaming Hell, which contain utter shit games such as oh, you know what, I'm not even going to fucking bother with that shit again. It contains King Kong. For the time being, I'd say that Pokemon Go fits nicely into the down to earth category, but that could easily change providing that we are going to get major updates in the future, which could vastly improve the game for everyone.